Hey guys, welcome to another Grand Chase video, and today we're going to be reading another maintenance announcement that they just posted today. They had made a few teasers a few weeks ago. I'm pretty sure it was like last week actually. I never keep up with these, but I do know they made like a little teaser telling what we're going to be receiving this update, and oh boy, after reading it for my own, I can't say this one's kind of a wild card. But before I start, I do need to say if you enjoyed this video and like to see more in the future, you're more than welcome to leave a like, comment, subscribe, because we do Grand Chase content here, at least on a weekly basis. I did want to try recording something else different, which I'm not going to say what it is because it's going to be a surprise, but surprisingly me, OBS did fail to record that, and now I feel very sad because I laugh a lot. My jaw still hurts from yesterday because that's when I recorded, and yeah, I don't know if I should laugh, cry, or be angry at the fact that recording was lost forever. But it is what it is. I'm gonna have to record that some other time, but for now we're just gonna read the maintenance announcement. Alright, so without further ado, let's just start in. They already started up with a biggie in this because they announced a stage 4 for Infinity Cloister, which, whew, oh boy, they do recommend 1,000,000 attack power to 1,300,000. That's not a lot of power you need, bro. I'm actually really scared of this. And it seems like we're gonna be able to get new rewards here as well. For instance, a new crafter item we're gonna be receiving is the Infinite Cycle Ring, which is going to require his fragments, which is something that we are gonna be able to get. A second material is the Unkeepable Promise, specifically level 3, which is something we also get on stage 3. And then as well, Hero Bullions for the win, as they normally are. Hi kitty, how you doing? And it seems like I'm gonna be able to get this new ring as well with a low chance after defeating Duel 4. So we can also drop this instead of necessarily needing to craft it. And you can also get new cards upon clearing a level, which just be looking at these also is a good hint because these are the characters we're gonna be facing on stage 4 specifically. So for the first fight, we're gonna be getting Astaroth the Creator, specifically the one from Explosion of Conan. Second one is gonna be Dragon Knight, which I'm not sure where this enemy is. I do know he's not new. I think he's from Vega's story quest, but I don't really remember. Third one is Infinity Cloister Harbinger, which I wonder if they're a Fatui Harbinger because haha, shout out to Genshin. But it seems like they're going to be a PvP related character, very much like we had with Chaotic Witch and AI. And then lastly, we finish up with Infinity Cloister Duel 4. Bro looked like he went through some shit, dude. Why is he green? I don't even know what's going on, dude. Dude is pissed off. I can just tell because he doesn't have a face anymore. He kind of gives me like Astaroth the Creator vibe, but green instead of yellow. They also mentioned a dungeon improvement here. So now after the update, monsters on floor 1 to 3 that have been cleared once will no longer need to be replayed on their next playthrough. So essentially is like if you beat stage 1 and 2, apparently you can just skip them and then go straight to, I think, either Duel or the third stage. I mean, it says it's going through 1 through 3, so what I'm assuming is you can skip these 3 and then just go straight to Duel instead of having to do all these 3 guys again. And also, if I understood this correctly, I think now you're going to be able to select what order you want to fight for. I mean, specifically what they say here is like, after entering the battle of the selected stage, players will now be able to select a stage to challenge. So, you know, like before we had like an order of fights, like for using this image, for example, Astaroth's the first fight, then Dragon Knight's the second, Harbinger is the third, and then Duel is the fourth one. I think what this means is that we're going to be able to select which one we want to fight first, which if that's what it means, I think that's kind of an interesting idea. You know, start with the hard and then keep the easiest one for last, and then fight Duel later. But I'm not 100% sure what this means. We're going to have to check this one out when we play the game. Oh, after successfully clearing the stage, players will be able to advance through the stages in the set order. Okay, so I don't think that's what it meant. I don't know. We're just going to have to double check on that when we play the game. It's easier to just learn by playing the game rather than just reading things, because sometimes these texts can be a little bit vague and not clear enough what it means. But one thing we can understand here very clearly is that now Unkeepable Promise is going to be a craftable item as well, and what we require is the Shining Ring of Infinity level 3 and 108 fragments of, oh right here, the name is Trace of Promise. So apparently Trace of Promise is a reward for defeating Duel starting from stage 3, and it's only used to create Unkeepable Promise level 3. So I don't think we're going to get stuff for like level 2 and level 1. I think these two are going to be left for like extra rewards if you drop them. 100 Hero Bullions, goddamn, that's gonna be a lot. And I suppose that's pretty much it for this first part of the update. It really started with this one just to reinforce that this one is like the big new thing. Then the next thing they talk about is the battle pass, which there are a few things here and there that we can talk about, but some of the parts here we can skip it because it's mostly the same thing. The one thing I don't like to skip is the new premium rewards, which one of them being the floaty tube emote, which I personally think this one is amazing. This is a pretty cute one. And as well as new wing and tail, as you can see right here on AI. One of them is the Wing of Blue Wave Cordy, and the other is Tail of Blue Wave Cordy. One thing that we can talk about here that is new to the Battle Pass specifically is this new item right here called the Hero Dungeon Sweep Ticket. But for now, we're not going to talk about this here. Just know that this item is going to be available on Premium Battle Pass, but we're going to talk about more about this later, because for some reason they decided to show this here and then talk about it later, so we're just going to do the same for now. Then the next point that to talk about is the good old, always faithful attendance log, always coming in clutch for all of us. And the rewards here this time around have been changed slightly. The one few things here that I can talk about that is pretty nice is these reinforcement scrolls here that you can get. A new item that's going to be dropped on the second day, which I will talk about them later as well. It's kind of annoying that they introducing me these items, but I do want to talk about them only later. As well as this new ticket right here. They're going to give you 3 units of this. And on the 5th day, they're giving you this specific chest right here. This is an item that contains a lot of good items. One of them being single property scrolls, Another World Monster card box, and item property scrolls. And I'm pretty sure this is everything that comes in the box. So once you open the box, you get all of these items. So it's pretty nice that they're giving this basically for free. And a returning event is coming up, and personally it's one of my favorite events of all time. It doesn't matter what anybody says. Is the Dice baby. It's coming back. Better than ever, if I can say. I mean, just looking at this board, it's already like a massive improvement. We got more card boxes. I'm pretty sure there was like not that many in the previous time. We got the red rune, I believe, sure that's what it is, for the chaser system, which is pretty nice that we get this. Just not sure how many we get. I'm assuming probably 5 to 10, probably. Tickets for Another World and Hero Dungeon. I'm pretty sure this one it is. I already forgot. And these spaces in the corner gives you this box right here. And when you get from this box, it's basically just these items right here. Ones I can talk about that is like really worth mentioning is Harrier Monster card box, Reinforcements Scroll plus 16, as well as 15 up here. And yeah, it's nothing too major, but it is something that can help out a lot of people, and I suppose people who are collecting cards as well, which is something that always comes in handy. And for those who don't know how this event works, essentially every day you get up to 10 coins to be played every day. You can acquire them by just logging in the game, or you can acquire one every 20 minutes after logging in. You can get only up to 5. You can get 1 extra coin by just playing Harrier Dungeons, Another World Dungeons, Hero Dungeons, or Void, and you basically just roll these dices and you go through the map. If you get 2 of the same type, you get to play again without costing any additional coins. And the objective is pretty easy. All you have to do is just make a full lap. And depending on how many laps you do in the board, you get rewards based on it. Which they do highlight the rewards here. The rewards here seem pretty interesting. If you complete 6 laps, you get another one of these tickets, which again, I'm going to talk about them later. Doing 12 give you 3 property scrolls. Doing 12 give you 3 GP property scrolls. Doing 18 laps will give you fragment box for Void. And I'm pretty sure you can select which one you want. And I'm pretty sure it's the one from floor 4. I think so anyway. I mean, it does have the little highlight here, which usually implies it's from stage 4. Doing 24 laps will give you 3 box with property scrolls for Void equipment, and then doing 30 laps will give you 2 single property scrolls, which is extremely useful. And if I remember correctly, if you do 1 lap, you also get this chest right here, which does contain also pretty good items like single property scroll, region monster card box, which is very helpful for some card collections, as well as protection scrolls from 15, 16, and 17. And a GP property scrolls if you also have luck with it. So getting a lot of these is also pretty good. And then we got new weekly missions as well with this update. Pretty simple stuff from what I can see here. One of them is just play Infinity Cloister 1 time, and then we need to clear it 3 times later. And then just do Another World Dungeon 7 times. And the rewards, all of them seems to be just lucky dice coins. Then we're going to get a different card box for every week. For first week we get Harrier, the second week we get Another World, and then the third week we get Monster cards. And then for the third week, it seems to be just GP property scrolls. Then we're also getting a new pet as well, the Aurora Ophidia. I hope I said that right. I can't help to notice that this kind of feels a little bit like Genshin's new character, that I forgot the name of it. But Edgar, you're more than welcome to put an image of it literally right next to them. I mean, it's basically her, but with Baiju Snake next to them. You know, it does kind of give me that vibes. It's probably just a color palette more than anything. And here's the attack of the pet. A pretty nice circle area. I don't remember any other pet has a range like this, but that was pretty cool. Could very much be busted as well if it has like a good stun time. And we're also getting returning seal breakers as we normally do. So starting from June 25 until July 16, which is my birthday, funny enough, we're going to be getting GC Band and Solar Desert. Then starting from July 2nd to July 23rd, we're going to be receiving Shadow Assassin again and Romantasy. Now they do have some extra quality of life improvements that we're going to be getting. One of them is the skill tree improvement, and they improved this quite a lot. First off, as you can see right here, they did improve the UI, which it looks pretty cool. AP and hybrid characters will be able to view all class skills on a single page. They reduced the pre-requirements for unlocking certain character skills, which increased freedom in skill development. And because of this change, all skills will need to be reset. So when you log in tomorrow, don't forget to check your skill tree because it will be reset back to 0. So just a reminder. And because of this, they're going to be compensating with a few rewards. One of them being the SP All Reset, a premium GC club for 3 days, 5 hero dungeon sweep tickets via in-game mail. And it seems like they are also making things a lot more clear according to these improvements for the skills. For example, now they're going to be categorized in skill types. It will visually display the amount of MP and P consumed when skill used, which before they only gave you like, oh, this skill costs 26, this one costs 96, which sometimes it was kind of hard to tell. Pressing the Alt key while hovering over a skill will show a preview video instead of a description. I just kind of hope this doesn't kill the game that much, but hopefully this is going to be fine. They also improved the mailbox, which also has a different look to it, and I think that looks pretty good as well. Mails will now be categorized into 4 types, one of them being event, system, admin, and etc. They also improved the hotkey UI to allow easy viewing as customization, which you can see right here. And here we can finally talk about the SWIP tickets. Now, these tickets that I've been talking about since the start of the video, you're going to be able to use them on the Crucible, Sanctum Destruction, or Wizard's Labyrinth. And once you use this item, you can basically clear that level instantly. Like, you don't need to play that level all over again. You can just use this ticket, you can clear it like instantly, and you get the rewards basically as if you just played the level. Like, here's how they explain this. You basically just click on Dungeon Sweep. That's going to be right down below here. And once you click it, there's going to be this interface right here. You can just click Start Sweep. And then what I assume at this point is just do the level for you. So it's that easy now. And then one thing that's worth mentioning is that bonus experience and GP factors will still be applied when claiming sweep rewards. So basically what this means is like you can run with your experience stat if you have one. And even if you do the Dungeon Sweep, you're going to get the rewards if you just play the level, because all that experience bonus you're getting, as well as the achieve rank bonus, which is basically this right here, it will still count as if you play the game normally. The second item that they talk about here is the auto item acquisition system, which it basically speaks for itself. This is an item you're going to be able to equip on pets, and once you do, every GP and items that you drop during that level will just basically go into you. And you can obtain this item either through events, as you usually state right here, but there is a permanent version you can buy on the mall. They're also changing the GP acquisition. So now, as you can see right here, right down below here, the system is now not going to split the overall GP for every player. Instead, everyone's just going to get it individually. They're now also finally including the pet seal card box function. They're also changing the sorting of inventory a little bit. So now limited items that will like disappear through events are now going to be sorted at the top of your inventory instead of the bottom. They're also adding new filter functions as well to help people find the stuff up. So as you can see right here, we got normal, purchase items, scrolls, entry tickets, materials, basically stuff to make it easy to find items you need. And down here they talk about pet balance, which we're going to be receiving Jackie, Glenn, and Eris. And that was basically it for the maintenance announcement. Overall, so there was some pretty good stuff here and there for the majority of it. But there's some things here that still make me a little bit in the middle. Not to say that I hate it or love it, because I did love it, but there's a part of me that hated it. So I suppose saying the middle is the more appropriate part. For example, Infinite Cloister Stage 4. I do like the idea of making it specifically for Unkeepable Promise, because keeping the best item in the game in an extremely low chance of drop, I think is personally annoying. So being able to craft it, I think, is a big play for me, specifically after the explosion of Conan improvement as well, which the earring piercing are now craftable, and I think that's pretty nice. But what really bothers me really is just thinking about the level. Like I keep saying, Stage 3 is annoying than Duel himself. So seeing this right here is already enough to make me like scared, right? Because how would they make this annoying than Chaotic Witch? It is the one thing that's just in my mind right now. Because Chaotic Witch is annoying as hell to fight, right? There's 2 of them. If you don't kill one of them with 10 seconds on the clock, she transforms, she heals herself completely, and basically you're just done for. Not to mention the fast attacks that she can do, which is incredibly annoying. If the 2 of them hit you, they can like combo you forever almost. So yeah, point is, I'm really scared to see what the Harbinger is going to do. I just hope it's not any difficult than what Chaotic Witch is. At least it's cool that they're hiding this feature right here, where apparently you can only fight these guys once, and if you beat them already, you don't need to fight them again. So I think that's pretty cool to just go straight into Duel, and you don't have to do this exact same draining fight over again. Still scared of the Harbinger though. She definitely looks like she's going to be tougher. As well as the sweep tickets, if I can say. I do enjoy the idea of having this in the game. It does help you spare time, but the problem is, I don't feel like we needed another ticket for this game. Like, I'm gonna have to use Dice Baby here, for example, but like we could definitely just use this hero dungeon ticket that we already had before. Like, I feel like if they made the sweep system with this ticket, it would have been so much better, because number one, they wouldn't need to create a new ticket for this specifically, and number two, it's like, I don't know, it kind of makes me like feel that this ticket is going to be neglected a lot, because why would I use this ticket when I can now just get this ticket? Why would I get this ticket that makes me want to play the level all over again when I could just get a ticket that basically do the whole job for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it feels like this is just gonna make this ticket a lot more valuable than this one. And I feel like this item is just gonna be useful for the people who want to go and do one of these 3 hero dungeons. Which nowadays people just use this for like Wizard's Labyrinth, and even their Wizard's Labyrinth can take you like a few minutes depending where you're going. So yeah, I feel like it was kind of a waste opportunity, because even if at the future they want to add like an underworld sweep, which I have a feeling they are gonna do this, they could also just reformulate this ticket to be like the ticket sweep. And then if they want to add void, they add the void ticket as well. So you know, it just recycling things to feel like a little better instead of just creating new tickets all over the place. And also, if I can be like completely honest and neutral, I don't think this item should be like premium battle pass exclusive, because in my eyes, like paying to like reduce like say 15-30 minutes of your farm time, it just doesn't feel that worth it. Thankfully, it is in the battle pass, so you're not only getting this, you're also getting some other stuff as well, which it does make it worth it as a little extra. But specifically for these tickets, I don't feel like it's worth going for. Though again, I'm not going to be 100% against the idea, because since this is the first time we're seeing this ticket, as we've seen here already, we are going to be able to get this ticket in the attendance log and on Dice Baby. So if this item appears a lot more in future events, then this complaint is honestly can be like completely ignored, because if we're going to be able to get this freely by just playing the game as we normally do, then I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's basically the same thing with Burka's property scroll, where it's like, oh, if you don't want to pay for the battle pass to get this item, you can wait for Expedition, and then in Expedition you're going to be able to get this item. So if you want to wait for that, that's cool, but if you want to get that item faster, then you can just buy the premium pass, which I'm not sure if they're going to do exactly like this. I sure hope not, but yeah, unfortunately that's something we're going to have to wait 3 weeks from now to properly see. But if they do it like this, like again, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But other than that, I don't think I really have any other complaints about it. Dice Baby, again, I think it's pretty nice. It's definitely returning better than ever. The pet itself, I forgot to mention, but they also look pretty cool. I like it. I love the snake head now that I look back at it. It's pretty nice. The new interface of skill tree, as well as the mail, I think it's pretty good. Like I mentioned, you know, looking at this, I don't think it's all that bad. It looks pretty nice. It looks more clear now. I really like the position of these ones specifically being up here. I also really like this cool little detail here that basically tells you how many bars you need to do a skill. So that is pretty cool. It does kind of make me wish they also changed the UI in the game altogether now because of it, but I suppose that's something we're going to be getting maybe in the anniversary event, which we are going to be getting it soon, but I don't know. So far, for the skill tree and for the mailbox, I don't think it's all that bad. The magnet as well, I think is also a pretty cute idea. It definitely reminds me of a hack that we had in Grand Chase that was called Vacuum, where an item just dropped on the floor and then it would immediately be grabbed up. Before people call me a hacker, this is something that we had like since like the old seasons of the game, so this isn't anything new. But I do vibe with this one actually being like an item now. Being able to purchase like permanently, I think is a cool touch, but just keep in mind that we need to probably pay for every character, which is probably going to be the main sting of it, but still a cool feature nonetheless. I really do like this one. And the fact we're also getting these through events as well, I think is pretty good. It could definitely be like helpful in some situations, but it's still a cool little detail here and there. I don't have much to talk about it or complain about it. I think this is good as it is. So yeah, overall, I'm really excited to see this tomorrow. It's definitely gonna be a rough day for some of us tomorrow. If I can really be honest, like, I'm still very scared of some of these changes here and there. Mainly just in Fairly Cloister. It is something of me more than anything. I always get scared of playing something new for the first time, but then if I play like the third or fifth time, I was very like, okay, I got this. This is simple enough. Probably just my anxiety, so we're gonna have to sit this one and see. I really do vibe with these changes. It's pretty good stuff for now. We're just gonna have to see if these are gonna age like wine later on. And by later on, I mean 3 weeks from now. So yeah, on that note, I think I'll leave the video here. Like I mentioned before, if you enjoyed Grand Chase and like to see more videos like these in the future, or just me checking out the updates tomorrow, you're more than welcome to leave a like, comment, subscribe, because we do Grand Chase content here on a weekly basis. And you guys are also more than welcome to let me know what you guys thought about this update. Do you guys think this update is going to be great, or there's some things here and there that you wish they changed so it would be even more better? You guys are more than welcome to leave your thoughts in the comments below. I always appreciate what you guys have to say about this game, whether it's positive or negative, because it makes us all grow a little bit more in the game and learn some new things here and there. But then again, you don't need to send a comment. I will be sad, but I will respect your decision. So yeah, on that note, I think I'll leave it here. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day today. Stay awesome, stay safe, have a great farm section today. See each other next time. Peace.